first guy we're gonna induct is actually, he was my trainer, my best friend, and the GOAT. I like to call him the GOAT. And if you don't know what the GOAT means, it means greatest of all time. And that's my best friend, Eddie the Sizzler Davis. Now, I'm going to have his brother induct him here in a few minutes, but I just want to say, if it wasn't for Eddie, I wouldn't be where I'm at. So let's go to his brother, the Palomino Stud. He has a few words to say, and let's go ahead and go to that. All right, thank you.
Hey, JD. I just wanted to give a big shout out and say thank you so much for being more than just a friend and fellow talent out there on the road. You want to carry on tradition, and I know Eddie would be so honored that you'd thought of enough of him for what he had taught and want to carry on the UCWA name and his training methods. And it's much appreciated. I helped him get his start back in the early 90s. We had schools in Arkansas, California, Missouri. And for a time, we even partnered with Burt Prentice out of Jonesboro, Arkansas, doing house shows there in Heber Springs, Batesville. Later, we opened up in Missouri, and the last school that we had got started was called Fox, the Future of Extreme Wrestling School. I chose to stay in Missouri. He went on to California, where he continued his talent of wrestling prowess and sharing his unique style and training in kayfabe to the rest of the world. He was an amazing heel. It was just hilarious and just amazing heel, his talent. Great showman. And man, our stories of touring the countrysides and small area shows will leave you on the floor laughing. Well, those are all for another day. But you, my friend, were a part of some of those. And again, thank you for doing this and appreciating all the work that my brother had put into this. The Sizzler will always be top in my book, more than just a brother. I miss him, and thank you for wanting to induct him into the Hall of Fame, the UCWA Hall of Fame. Couldn't be more honored, and I know he's watching down over us right now, sitting on a fishing bank. Thanks again, brother, and I'd like to take time and be honored to introduce my brother, the Sizzler, part of us, into the Wrestling Hall of Fame. Thank you.
Well, folks, there you have it. Straight from the Palomino Stud, Jody Downs. And Jody, I want to thank you for your support on what I'm doing with UCWA. I want to thank you and Mom and Dad and little Jaden. I want to thank you guys all for your support. And it means a lot to me. And of course, like I said, I'm going to need your approval. Folks, Jody, the Palomino Stud, he was actually one of the founders for UCWA. And he continued his legacy in UCWA. And when Eddie passed away, it was just sitting there. So I had called up his wife, Sandy, and to ask her if I could continue using UCWA logo. And she said yes. So that's how I revived UCWA. I was given permission. Her words exactly were, JD, UCWA belongs to you. Eddie gave it to you. So it belongs to me, and I want to do right by you, Eddie, and this is my way of saying thank you. Not only he was my promoter, not only that he was my manager, he was also my best friend. In the time that I really needed somebody, he was there. The time where I didn't have a place to stay, he opened up his home, and he invited me in his house, and he took me in. He treated me like a brother. And I remember the last time I saw him, he came with this big RV. And he said, JD, get your stuff and let's go. And I told him, I just can't leave like this, Eddie. I already have a job, I'm established. And he said, come on, let's go. Don't worry about anything. I couldn't go. But when he left, I knew that was my last time seeing him. And then months after that, I got the word that he passed away. So with that said, thank you, Eddie. And next week, hopefully, we're going to have another Well, we're going to have another inductee, and we're going to have the Rampage on inducting this next guest. You don't want to miss this. You don't want to miss this episode. It's going to be also emotional for the Rampage, as well as myself. Folks, these gentlemen that we're inducting, they've done so much for this business. Eddie's done so much for this business. He's trained a lot of people. He's done a lot of stuff. He taught me a lot of stuff that I'm teaching my rookies, to teaching them the philosophy of the ring, teaching them anything about the ring, anything about the business. I'm trying to teach. And I do tell a lot of stories about Eddie, but all my stories I tell, they're lessons. So folks, training guys, if you're listening, if you hear me tell you an Eddie story, there's a lesson in there. And folks, I thank you. In the comments, if there's somebody that you think deserves to be inducted in the UCWA Hall of Fame, please let us know, and we'll look into it. And if it's something that we decide, we'll be more than happy to induct them in the UCWA Hall of Fame. So folks, again, I thank you, and thank you for my guest, Joey Hazard, coming in. Again, look for him, Up and Rising Star. And thank you to my son, Jamboree, for coming in the segment, Hidden Treasures, and giving me his input on the food. And folks, there's going to be more to come next time, so you don't want to miss it. Again, like, subscribe, and share. It's going to be great. The next coming episodes, you're not going to want to miss it. Again, I want to thank my production members, my production crews, Preston and Bobo. They do a great job for me, and I thank you guys. And folks, we're going to have probably a new member coming in real quick. I don't know if he's back there. Did he leave the studio? Is he still here? He's still here? Yeah, he's here. I don't know if we can get him on the stage real quick, if he wants to show up. Yeah, if he wants to come. This kid's an up-and-coming production guy as well. And I'm going to let him talk about himself. Right? We have Mr. Elias, correct?
Yeah.
All right, Elias, have a seat. All right, folks, this is Mr. Elias, probably going to be working real closely with Bobo and Preston, probably like an apprentice kind of deal. Learn from the best, you become the best. That's what I say. So you want to tell the fans about yourself?
So I'm prepared for this.
Yeah, that's the best.
Hopefully I get to get a lot of experience with working with these people, with these guys, and hopefully like pursue a career in like production or something.
All right. There you have it, folks. Be on the lookout for Elias's work, and I'll let you know if it's his work or if it's my production boys. Either way, the show's going to be great. I'm going to have 3 guys working on this who's going to be doing good. All right, hey, thank you for your time, and I know I put you on the spot. I apologize. No, I don't. Anyway, folks, again, thank you for showing us. Thank you for clicking. Thank you for watching the show. You have any questions, comments, or concerns, please put them down. I will read them. I will contact you. Anybody that you want to see on the show, please let me know, and I'll try my best to get them on there. Maybe next time I'll get my production boys on the show with me, and they can tell how they do their magic. With that said, for Joey Hazard and Jamboree Gomez, I'm the international superstar Juan and Guapo, and this is Wrestling Talk with Juan and Guapo. Thank you very much. Y'all have a blessed day.